Okay, we're going to spend a little bit of time reviewing word problems, okay? When we do word problems, it's important for us to think about what the words are telling us in a story. It's really just like a little story. And then figure out what's happening with what we need to do with the numbers. In any word problem, there's always parts or pieces of information given to us. Sometimes it's a whole, sometimes it's a part, and then there's always a question at the end that's helping us to know what we're looking for, what math we're trying to do. Almost always we're trying to find a number, find out a number either by adding or by subtracting so that we can complete the problem, okay? And the reason we do word problems, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this before or not, but the reason we do word problems is because these kinds of problems are things that happen in real life, right? You might really need to find out how many crayons you have left in a box after you gave some to your sister, okay? You might really need to find out how many carrots are going to be left after you cut up a bunch of them and serve them to your grandma. How many are you going to have left? Is it going to be enough for you to do what you want to do with carrots at your house? So these are real life things that what could happen. You may not be doing so much of it now, but as you get older, solving problems, small, short problems with numbers will be a real part of your life, okay? So I'm going to have you start out by looking at this story problem that I wrote up here. Anna has a box of 100 crayons. She gives some to her sister. Okay, stop right there. The problem is telling us information, and we need to think about what that information means, okay? Lots of times we have a bad habit of just taking any number we see in a problem, not thinking about the words, and just trying to do something with them. So let's just add them together, right? That'll be it. Or let's just subtract them right away. That'll be it. That'll solve it. No, actually, usually you'll make a lot of mistakes if you just grab numbers and try and put them together. You have to do the work, the thinking work. Just like when you're reading, you have to think while you read to understand what's happening in the story. When you're doing math word problems, you have to think about the words while you're reading so that you can understand what the numbers mean. Once you know what the numbers mean, like this problem gave us a number, 100, to start out with. Once we figure out what that number means, it's easy to figure out what we need to do with that number to answer the question at the end, okay? The difference between a word problem and just some math problem that I write stacked up, like something take away something or this plus this, is that you have to put words with it, okay? So you're really using your reading skills, reading and thinking, your read-tell remembering skills, and your math skills together. And I think that's why they're so hard for a lot of kids, is because you have to combine more skills together. You have to match math with language and words, okay? So Anna has a box of 100 crayons, okay? She gives some to her sister. We don't even have to read the rest of that problem to start thinking about what's happening in the story, okay? If she has a box of 100 crayons and she gives some, didn't give us a number, didn't tell us how many, we just know some she gives away. If I think about that and make a picture in my mind about 100 crayons, giving some of them away, it didn't say she gave all of them away, she just gave some of them away. I know that the word some, the amount that matches some, is going to be a part. I'm going to circle it and put a P by it. That's going to be a part. If this is part, then I know that this is probably my total. The total number of crayons that she had in her box. Now I can keep reading because I stopped and thought about what it was telling me. Okay, I'm starting to really think and read, match the language with the numbers. She has 47 crayons left in the box. Okay, so if she has this as her total, we don't know what this number is, but it's a part. The other part would be right here. This is how many she had left after she gave some away. These are what's left. These are the ones she gave away, and this is what's left. So I know that this and this, when they go together, they're going to equal this total. Let's look at our question. How many did she give her sister? Okay, now I've got three different pieces to an equation. I've got a total, a part, and a part. I know exactly what I need to do now. I can use any of my problem-solving strategies. I can write an equation, or I can draw a picture, or I can make a math mountain. Whatever fits your brain is what you should do, okay? I like the math mountain to start out with, so I'm going to make my mountain. I know who lives at the top of my mountain. My big guy total does. There's my total, 100. I know that if he's at the top of the mountain, then down here are my two parts. I don't know the number that matches this part, so he's going to be a question mark. And I'm going to put a question mark up here too. I know this part's number, it's 47. Now, take a look right here. Have you solved this before? Do you know exactly what to do to find your answer? Yes, because you took the time to think through the story, label what you knew, you were able to put it into a math mountain, a picture that you know how to solve. Another thing you can do is write an equation from it. Okay, to solve this, I can do a couple different things. I can draw a picture of 47, and then I can keep adding on to get to 100. Okay, so I can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and I can add some more on until I get to 100. 48, 49, 50, 10, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then I can draw a circle around the ones that I added, count them up, and that can be my question mark. Okay? So let's do that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, freeze, 51, 52, 53. I added 53 more to make a picture of 100 to show what my missing part was. So I had 100, take away 47, and that equaled 53. I also had 47 when I added 53 more to it. That equaled 100. Okay? I've got a mountain, matching equations, and a math picture to show my thinking. Are word problems more work? Absolutely. Because you have to put the language with the math. But if you take the time and figure out the language, the math can come easily. Don't give up. Stick it out and do all the work on a word problem.